Did you see UFC? Any of you two?
I did not.
No,
All right.
I did not because you know what the thing is I heard they moved it to ESPN Plus. That's like the platform now. I thought that I didn't realize you had to pay for the pay-per-views because like
They're still trying to make money, motherfucker.
Yeah. I thought it was like part of the $5 I pay
Right.
for ESPN, ESPN Plus. I was like, oh, I'm getting this or that. That's what a deal that is. And
But I gave you a free link, all right, which is excellent. So you should have gone back and seen it. You still have time to go back and see it.
Oh, you sent me a free link?
Yes.
When?
Joe, can you send him the link that I gave?
Yep.
Okay, because I know you're using it.
That that covers all wrestling and combat sports, basically. Any feed you want.
Japan, WWE, Impact, fucking Ring of Honor, UFC. It's all on there.
Interesting.
Although
we're not going to announce what it is.
No.
Right.
And so, so anyway, so let me just say real quick, the first fight was Adesanya, the Nigerian cat, against Gastelum. What a fucking war that was, especially at the end. In the first round, first of all, I've never seen Adesanya dominated like this. Like Kevin was dominating him at the beginning, and they each put each other down. One in the first round, one in the second round. But bro, at the end, Adesanya just put it on fucking Gastelum. It should have been stopped. I mean, he was really putting on him. But bro, they hit each other with some really hard shots. You'll like the last two rounds.
I'll definitely check it out.
Now we got two champs from Nigeria, him and Usman. And then the other one was Poirier against
Holloway.
Bro, Poirier, he put it on Holloway in that first round. He almost knocked him out. It was incredible shots. He hit him so hard so many times. I don't know how Holloway stood up because that's not even his weight. You know, Holloway came up in weight, so you got to give him credit. He came from featherweight to lightweight, you know, and it was still a close fight, Glenn. Wow. But you could see the size difference. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What a warrior. Poirier is supposed to be Khabib's next opponent. Poirier called him out. I can't see Poirier beating Khabib unless he knocks him out. But anyways, you've got to say something also for inactivity. Khabib hasn't been fighting. Poirier has. But Poirier, bro, in that first round, I thought he was going to knock Max Holloway out. You got to see it. That was a hell of a fight. They beat the shit out of each other.
Nice. I'll check it out.
Yeah. What was the other one? I went to see this movie. I mostly watch foreign movies because they're a lot better, but it's still out there for any of you guys that are into foreign movies. There's this movie from China called The Ashes of Purest White. It's got a lot of twist in it, great acting, storytelling, excellent. And one of the things I love watching, this is like a guilty pleasure I have. One of the reasons I like watching foreign films because the Chinese are like the Japanese. You know how the Japanese do wacky shit that you're like only in Japan with this thing. You know what I'm saying? Right. And the Chinese do like really wacky shit too. Indians do too. So I like watching foreign films just to see the tacky, campy shit that they do there. But that was a great movie. And another real good one, which is like a Pakistani movie. It's called The Wedding Guest with Dev Patel from remember him from what was that movie called Slumdog Millionaire or whatever?
Yeah. Oh, Slumdog Millionaire,
yeah. He's incredible in this film. It's really, really good. So The Wedding Guest, Ashes of Purest White, two movies I highly recommend. What else? You want to talk? Did you see Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Underwhelming first episode. I guess it's funny because like Ben Shapiro. Right. Did a recap on it. It's funny because he's a concert violinist, and there's a video of them like previewing Game of Thrones, and he's playing all the instruments, violin.
Right.
But he said, and I saw half of the. I watched it, but at some point during it, I fell asleep. Okay. And then I didn't, and I woke up and I wasn't sure exactly what I missed. But then I heard the recap. I really didn't miss anything. But there was been a lot of time. There's only 6. Like he made a good point. They spent a lot of time with only 6 episodes to go of just shots of people just with these long stares, like facials, like these.
Well, because a lot of people,
it's like
a lot
really
of people
nothing happened hardly.
Well, because a lot of people are seeing each other for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
Like for example, I thought it was awesome, and I thought it was a great payback when the guy, what's his name, Bram, I think is his name. Who's the kid in the Bran, the kid in the wheelchair?
Bran, yeah.
if you remember the very first episode, and I remember this vividly because I've had to actually watch Game of Thrones twice because there's so much information. I missed a lot of it. But if you remember in the very first show, remember when
Jamie,
Brand's mother, Caitlin, and Jamie, she told them not to climb up the thing, and Jamie would.
Yeah, Clampett caught him and threw him off.
He threw him off, right? They hadn't seen each other since then, right? And the guy's in the wheelchair, and people keep asking, "Why are you sitting out here in the snow?" And he's like, "I'm waiting for an old friend."
Yeah.
And they finally stared at each other. They hadn't seen each other in fucking 7 seasons.
Yeah.
You know, so you had to kind of let that build, almost like when Jon Snow hooked up again with what's the Arya, whatever.
Yeah.
Arya, and he was like, "Yeah, do you still have the needle? Remember the fucking knife that he had given her, like in the second season?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Have you ever used it?" She goes, "Once or twice."
Right.
And there were even like
so there was a lot of people coming back together for the first time, and you don't just when you see somebody for the first time, you're not like just, "Hey, what up?" You know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, like Sansa and Tyrion saw each other for the first time since remember they got forcefully married. And
he brought it up.
Yeah. Last time they saw each other was when Joffrey was poisoned, and hopefully that's not we're not giving any spoilers away. I don't know, but if you haven't seen it by now, but I mean I think it was good for like Konnan said, like catching up in a build-up episode. By the time we get to episode 3 though, and again this isn't a spoiler, it's all over the fucking newspapers and internet.
Don't spoil it. I don't care if it's all over. You don't.
Okay.
I haven't read, but you know what it reminded me of a little bit. What was that movie? I think it might have been.
Joe, are you
Empire.
just trying to give out spoilers?
No, I was just gonna say that there's a big battle, but who doesn't know that?
That's a spoiler.
That's not a spoiler. It's
I don't. You're a rotten SOB. You know how I feel about people that give out spoilers. They're the worst people on the face of the planet Earth. They're terrible people.
I'm sorry.
Well, there's obviously a build-up coming.
Yeah.
Okay,
what
and they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight.
That's a new nickname, Joe Dirt. You know Joe Dirt. He's Joe Dirt.
That was a great movie.
So Joe's new name for one is Joe Dirtbag.
Good.
Yeah.
I can take the movie logo and just change it up slightly, and then I can have a Joe.
He's already
Dirtbag
thinking about
t-shirt.
T-shirts.
Yeah,
right.
Why not?
T-shirts.
And so I thought that there's obviously going to be a showdown against the Night of the Dead or whatever the fuck they're called, the fucking KG's family or whatever they're fucking called. But anyways, I like the fact that Arya doesn't like Daenerys. Jon's other sister doesn't like Daenerys. They obviously hooked up and shit. But at the end, I thought the end was awesome when the fucking fat guy, what's it, Samuel,
yeah.
Right, and he's saying that. Jon, his sister is he's part of the Targaryen. Yeah,
right.
That was great.
Right. Yeah, he finally revealed to him.
Right.
Your lineage. So yeah.
Right.
That was the build for the whole episode. Now he knows. So
yeah.
Have you guys?
That was good.
Have you watched it all along, like season by season, or did you eventually?
Okay,
because I binged it like 2 years ago. I hadn't watched it, and I had a friend that was always like, "Watch it." I was like, "I don't know."
It's better to binge,
thing.
bro, because you forget so much shit in between seasons. Because I binge watched it because I miss the first. I missed so much shit the first time because it's so full of information. I had to go back and watch it again. When you watch it all together, it's just superbly done.
Yeah, and then the Hound got to reunite with Arya too, which was they were a good team back in the day.
I thought he was gonna beat her up or some shit. He just put her over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it. It reminded me of Empire Strikes Back. Remember, like all the reunions and everybody coming back together and shit. The last one they just made. You know which one I'm talking about? The one where the Star Trooper was black.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It reminded me a lot of that.